Hey, what's happening, everybody? Jay Shockblast here, and today we're going to take a look at the first series of Assassin's Creed figures from McFarlane, who now has the license. And as you can see, we have Altair and Ezio on the left and right, sandwiched in between Hatham Kenway, right here. As I zoom in and get into focus. Yeah, Hatham Kenway from Assassin's Creed 3. Connor, of course, also from Assassin's Creed 3. And Edward Kenway, the father of Hatham, who is going to be our protagonist in Assassin's Creed 4. Obviously, the first thing you're going to notice is these are smaller than the ones made by NECA. NECA had the license previous to McFarlane, and both companies are really great makers of these figures and everything, but I have to say I like the scale of the NECA figures much more. I was initially pretty disappointed when I saw the packaging for these McFarlane figures, not realizing that it was McFarlane that was doing it at first. I guess I just wasn't paying attention. They are good figures, though. They're nice. They're very high detail. They come with some pretty cool accessories, and I really can't complain too much. Even though they're the same price as the kind of, bigger, Altair, and, there's a stash of Ezio figures. This was always my favorite one. I keep meaning to get all the Ezio figures, and maybe I will now, but this was always my favorite one, so that's the one I definitely have. In any event, this is the first series. There will be many more. We'll go ahead and take a look at Edward Kenway first. He is going to be, like I said, the protagonist for Assassin's Creed 4. Lots of pirates, yar. One of my coworkers told me I looked like a pirate at work yesterday and wasn't sure how to take it, but I guess you can't take it too bad because you're a fucking pirate. So, in any event, here is Edward Kenway. Like I said, really nice detail. He's got the double swords here. Posability is okay. His hood does kind of come back and off, which Connor's and Hatham's do not. I don't really know if it's supposed to, and I think I just broke it. But in any event, that's that. He does also have two slots on his hand where you can put little assassin daggers. He came with two longer ones. Here's one of them. This one did not stay in place when I tried to put it on, but whatever, I didn't really care all that much to begin with. He also has, this, gun, but nowhere to put it when he's not using it. I'm pretty sure that, I know it came with him. The good thing is that Connor has an extra slot on his belt that I can put it on, if I so choose to. I'm going to go ahead and put him here for right now because I want to show his packaging as best I can. There you can kind of see him. You can also see in the right corner exclusive unlock in-game. I'll show you a little bit more about that in just a second. It does come with some papers that allow you to unlock stuff in-game. Here we have Connor. Obviously, I knocked him over. So yeah, as I knock everything over. So obviously it's always hard to do these things with one hand on the camera, one hand on everything else, and trying to keep everything in place. But in any event, this is Connor, and I have somewhere in my mess of stuff over here, if I can bring it into focus, I have the figure that came with the game. And obviously Assassin's Creed 3. So this is the first real figure I think they've released for Connor, and there's going to be a couple, so don't fret. I'll show you that more in a moment. This one's pretty cool. It's basically his basic garb. He's got the tomahawk, which I put as his primary in-hand weapon. You can see he's got the musket there. He also had a blade, which I didn't really notice if there were any pegs on his hands where you can put them. Yeah, I think there's some. You can see them right kind of there. Those little pegs, you can pretty much put the blade there if you want to. He also has, which I had in a nice little position, this bow and arrow, which, we'll just kind of do that for now. So that's pretty cool. Definitely like the figure. Nice detail. His hood doesn't really come back much, so if I can get a nice upward angle, maybe you can kind of see his face a little bit better. Bring it into focus, so there you go. Not really a fan of that, but it's kind of par for the course when it comes to the Assassin's Creed figures. I think this Altair one got it the best, where you can kind of see his whole face a little bit behind there. I understand it's the point there, they're assassins, you're kind of trying not to be seen. So I'm just going to, because it's probably going to get knocked over anyway, I'm just going to put Connor aside. And now you can kind of see the packaging a little bit better. You can see that, Connor comes with an exclusive in-game sale. And, Edward comes with some type of exclusive in-game sword. That brings us to Hatham. The first time in Assassin's Creed 3, and I guess these are spoilers if you haven't seen it, but chances are you have if you're watching this video. The first time you realize that you're playing Hatham as a, damn it, I'm brain farting, Templar. That was one of the coolest moments in Assassin's Creed for a long time, I thought. I shit a brick when that happened. Like, oh my god, he's a Templar. I'm playing as a bad guy. I'm told the Templars are bad. So I'm a big fan of Hatham. I thought Hatham was a great character. I loved the story in Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 2 is still my favorite overall game because that's when the game was still fun. I think there were some mechanics in Assassin's Creed 3 that I wasn't in love with, but I loved the story a lot, and that's really what made me kind of fight through some funky mechanics that I wasn't a fan of. So his figure is really awesome. Obviously, I think this is the first figure for him as well. He comes with a rapier, however you pronounce that, and he's got a little side musket thing that's a little bit different from the other ones. His is more of like that English style. So I have it, holstered because, he might as well carry his sword. So there he is. His hat, that I can tell does not come off, and that's probably for the better, because I would probably lose it, even though I'm going to put them on display. Again, I would have preferred, putting these up to each other for scale purposes. I really liked, the scale that NECA did. I really wish these were a little bit bigger. They are the exact same price, so that's another factor for why I wish they were a little bit bigger. We're going to look at the back of the packaging. Of course, there's Hatham's packaging. So on the back of the packaging, you can see, see inside for code, exclusive in-game content. You got Connor and Hatham and Edward in Series 1. At some point, you're going to have another outfit for Connor, and then Ratchanakanakan something, whatever. Him. Obviously, still Connor, but his Indian name. Unlockable stuff there. Coming in October, we have Blackbeard, Edward Teach, Benjamin Hornigold. I'm assuming we're going to know who he is with the game. And then a secret figure. So, obviously, I'm assuming there's some spoilers involved there, which is why we can't really see who that is. But, I'm going to get all these. I really think they're good figures. If you're a collector and a fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, obviously this is something that should be on your radar. So the in-game paper, the content, obviously the codes are on the back. I'm not really going to show you those, haha. But let's see if we can get these to all, do what I want. Of course not. So let's try to do this with two hands. I mean, it's basically all the same papers, with just the code on the top, or exactly what you're getting on the top. Never wants to cooperate. And I try to do this all in one shoot, so you got to cut me a little bit of slack. So here we go. These are the papers that come with it, and since that one's going to fall, you know, unlock your... Because nothing can go my way during these things, you know, just do what I want it to do. So I'm just going to bitch about it. Sorry. Come on, just stand up. Just for a minute. I don't have any fans on or anything, so... Alright, there we go. Your Edward figure unlocks the Kenway family sword. Your Hatham figure unlocks a unique outfit for Edward. And your Connor figure unlocks unique Connor sales. Obviously, initiates achievement, unique sales, Blackbeard sales, Horny Gold sales. So there's going to be a bunch of different, you know, things that come with each figure. So that's it. Let's bring these guys back up. I know Connor is kind of got his weird bow and arrow thing going on, but whatever. And there we go with Edward. And as I knock them all down again, because, you know, it can't just stand up for me. So I guess this is kind of a sign of the posability. You know, you always kind of look for them to be, you know, at least a little easy to pose. They're not bad, don't get me wrong. You know, just it looks like Edward doesn't want to stand as well as the others. So that is them. That is the first series of the Assassin's Creed figures. Let me know what you think. I think they're worth the buy. And of course the video stopped. I got mine in Massachusetts. I don't know where it cut off, but I'm assuming it was pretty close to where I am now. I got mine in Massachusetts at Newbury Comics, and I know you can get them online at all the online e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store and, you know, places like that. So Connor was the most expensive. He was $19.99. The other two were $17.99. I don't know if those are going to be the common prices when they finally hit places like Toys R Us, but, you know, probably going to be in that ballpark. So in any event, I hope you enjoyed. They're worth purchase for me. I'm a big fan of the series, and I can't wait for Assassin's Creed 4. And I hope you enjoyed. We'll catch you later. Peace.